Good morning, welcome to Government One class. As you all know that Government One centers on the principles of government and elements of government. So this morning we'll be looking at the concept of legitimacy. In our previous class we discussed the concept of power, and then we also discussed this concept of authority. So before us we'll be looking at the concept of legitimacy. The first thing we want to look at about legitimacy is the origin of legitimacy. The word legitimacy is from a Latin word. It was coined out from a Latin word called legitima. Legitima simply means to make lawful. That is, to be lawful, to be orderliness, to be in consonant with the law of the land or the principle of the society. And then also the word legitimacy came into academia in the middle of 20th century, particularly in the 20th century, about 100 years ago. That is when the concept of legitimacy came into academia, and it was championed by a German philosopher, a sociologist for that matter, in the person of Max Weber. So Max Weber designed the concept of legitimacy, and he was also the same scholar who gave or purported the types of legitimacy we are going to discuss this morning. Then what is the concept of legitimacy? Legitimacy is the acceptance and recognition of citizens of a country given to their rulers in order to govern them. It means that legitimacy is that right that a ruler of a particular country has to legitimate over its citizens. It means that the citizens give their consent to their political rulers or to the governor to govern over them. That is what legitimacy simply defined. Then the types of legitimacy. Types of legitimacy. Traditional legitimacy. Traditional legitimacy has to do with the doctrine of the society, that the society laid down, that this will be the process by which we are going to elect, or the process by which we are going to select our leaders. So any leader that follows this process, it means that that leader is traditional, is accustomed to the principle of becoming the leader of the citizens. Then we also have what we call charismatic. Charismatic legitimacy. This has to do with the type of respect that we give to people who we have so much respect for. The people maybe due to their character or to their personality, so they tend to have some level of influence on us. That is what we call charismatic legitimacy. Then we also have the third one, rational legitimacy. Rational legitimacy is also known as legal legitimacy. Simply that legitimacy that follows the constitutional order of the states or of the society is called rational legitimacy. So these are the three types of legitimacy propounded by Max Weber, a German sociologist, philosopher. Then let's quickly look at the factors. Factors that determine legitimacy. We have what we call good leadership. A leader that is accepted by the people, and such leader that also work in the interests of good governance is recognized as the leader of the people. So the people, oh, this person is good, therefore let us give our support. Because legitimacy is like the support of the citizenry given to their rulers. Then we also have what we call popular support. Popular support means that the acceptability of the citizens, by the acceptability of the leader by the citizens. That is, the citizens accepted this particular fellow to be their leaders. So this makes, or this factor determine the legitimacy or influence the legitimacy that the citizen give to such leader. Then also have what we call periodic election. Periodic election simply means that there is set time for leaders to be elected into political office, and leaders that follow this particular step of becoming the leaders of the citizen is recognized, and by this means the citizen give their support to such leader. And of course, as we all know, election is the only democratic process by which leaders in all over the society are elected or are chosen by their electorate or by their supporters. Then we also have what we call ideology. Ideology has to do with the belief of the society. And also the second definition of ideology in this content is the program or the system of policies that the leader wants to execute. So if the leader has good policies, good programs, or have good ideology, then the citizens will give their support to such leader. So these are some of the factors that influence legitimacy. They also have what we call popular participation. Popular participation has to do with the electorate going out en masse and seconding such leader that, oh, we give our weights in support of your administration. Then in return, such leader also reciprocates such acceptability by doing what is right for the citizens. So in our next class, we'll be looking at the concept of sovereignty. Thank you.